This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. First, listeners, this is Ubereats, and I've got something. My trips this week are a good illustration of the confusing financial information in the app, so I'm going to show that in a minute. But first, here's I had a citibike stolen this week, and it cost me a night of deliveries and a lot of frustration. And, oh, shoot. So anyways, I'm back on track. I now have a different style lock that's going to be better. I used it tonight. I'm happy with it. So here's inside the Uber. These are my bike deliveries. So I delivered on the 13th. So what I'm trying to show here is 13th, 26, 28. These are some of my deliveries, 33, 11, and so on. And then tonight, look at these, 6, 26. I don't know why that one's so long. 6, 18, 19, 9. My point is these numbers are smaller. These numbers are the bike rental times, and that's because I was on a walking route, on a walking, my walking account. I'll show that in a minute. So I go to Uber driver. And here's my account, and there it is, walking. So that I can switch between walking and bicycle. So tonight I was on walking. Earlier in the week I was on bicycle. The walking gets you shorter routes. The downside is you don't get as many. The other upside is that you know where you're going to be, which is great. You don't get, for me, I don't get taken all over the city. I basically stay in the same area. So I've showed this before in my videos, but tonight it highlights. I know that I made more money tonight, the 16th, than I did on the 13th. So why does it say the opposite? 29 verse 27. And here's why. So listeners, if you've got this in your own app, these two numbers do not add to that. 29, which is just less than $1 short of 30, so we'll call that 30. And 27, so we got 30 and 27, that's 57, but yet it says 80. And the reason for that is here. Because the numbers on the chart show the deliveries only. But the number on top of the chart, you would the way they presented it, you would think it's the total of all the nights of the week, but it's not. It is the total, but you can't add up the bars to get there. So that, for instance, I ended with a promotion of $12 tonight. That is not in the bigger number. Let me quit being so vague. So what I'm trying to illustrate is this. 80 is what I made this week, and I am done for the week. 80, and I'll speak to these numbers as what's in the bar versus what's in 80. So if I go to earning details, I don't know why I just hit back, and then transaction details. So that, and I don't think Uber has a good reason to do it. There's no reason that this 12 should not be reflected in that bar that shows how much I made tonight. So the tips, I don't know if the tips are in there or not, but I know the 12 is not. Every time it says promotion, it's not in the bars, the daily totals, but it is in the weekly total. So, listeners, you can see I earned promotion several times during tonight. Now it's a Saturday, and why it was that way, I don't know. But then I go to the 13th, which is my other day this week, and look, there's no promotion. So that's why I know I made less money, but yet the bar seems to indicate I made more. It's because that promotional money. See, here's promotional money that kicks in, but that's tonight, the 16th. On the 13th, I got a tip, no promotion. 13th, no promotion. 13th, no promotion. There's a tip. I got 2 tips, but no promotion the whole night. So obviously when there's promotion, it's better. The money's not terrible. So how bad is it, or how good is it? I was online like 8 hours. I made $80. That's kind of like $10 an hour. And for me, that's just great because, you know, I have this other thing that I do, DHL. So, you know, there's literally no job I can have. If I say, what kind of jobs can I suddenly be interrupted at a moment's notice and give my attention to someone for, I can even find out how long it was. Tonight, I did a price. We didn't get the shipment. My partner in DHL is a woman named Esperanza, and she's in, I think I can find this. So 622, I bet it, I don't know, somewhere in here there's a gap in time. So 2:40, that's an hour later. Then, I bet it's there. So here's so 2:40, no, that's a promotion. So here we are on the 16th. That's my first one. I know it was like early, but I think it was this one. 3:45. It was 4:23. Maybe it was between the first and the second. So 2:18. It's not there. 4:23. This is it right here. 4:23 to 5:11. So that's an hour. 5:11 to 6:22. So in that hour, I took a phone call, sent someone to Esperanza. The phone call is a cold call off the internet. I send someone to Esperanza. That person goes there. I get a request from Esperanza. Person is coming. Can you be ready? I was. So listeners, with those kind of opportunities, for me, DHL is a better way to make money. It's a lazier way to make money. And there, if I say, what kind of job can I have where I'll be interrupted at a moment's notice and be able to take and turn my attention elsewhere, go offline and spend an hour on something else? Well, the answer is nothing. You know, no one wants to pay someone who's suddenly not going to be available. But Uber, and especially Ubereats with this walking app, with the walking account, is the one job that I can make some money and be able to be interrupted at a moment's notice. So, anyways, I was able to have that kind of flexibility, not only when I work, my time is not pre-scheduled, but I also know where I'm going to work when I do this walking accounts. So anyways, that's the kind of flexibility that I have and that I take advantage of. Tonight I took advantage of it, and I'm able to make this week, I was paid less during that day and more during this day, but I ended up about 8 hours and $80. So for me, I think that's great. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao. I cannot find how to break that down. That's 8 hours and 33 minutes for both these days, but I don't know which day had how much time. Ciao.